we took a tour this way. Zigzag.
Yes, but first I would like to draw your attention to these two images. The first one is the staircase in the bookshop that we were talking about, like Yellow Library. Right? As you can see, the staircase is the most amazing. It seems almost like a house. And it's right in the center of it. So that's one iconic building. And on the lower half, you have a chapel in Coimbra. And this is a very traditional kind of church in Portugal, where you have the tiles on the walls. The tiles is a very significant element of our architecture. And you also have the painted ceiling with these images. And here you have the visit of of your president, the Indian president, to Portugal, where she received the key to our city, to Lisbon, and this took place this year. So now, President Moody has the key to enter the city of Lisbon. You know, it's of course it is a symbol of welcoming. More than anything, there's not a door for this. I don't know if you want to add.
Yeah. This is basically a symbolic representation. Of course, there is no. It's not like a fort. I mean, Lisbon is not a fort where you open the key and enter. It was more symbolic representation by a mayor to give a key and then say that you are welcome anytime. Like for example, you also might have the most trusted friend whom you can give the key of your house. So it's like of that gesture by Mr. Mayor. That was in April.
Mm-hmm.
So we can take a zigzag also here.
Okay.
This is the work of a contemporary architect who was there in the inauguration day also. So here you. Yeah, Andre and Antonio. They are two brothers. And here you can see Alvaro Siza. How many of you know Alvaro Siza? Have you heard the name? Yeah. You know, I have seen Alvaro Siza as a great friend from February in Japan. And in Tokyo, I mean, I know many of the Japanese architecture experts, they may not know Norman Foster or Renzo Piano name, but they know Alvaro Siza. Alvaro Siza was one of the first architects in the sense that he went global.
Yes.
Yeah, because he designed for the
The influence of the Portuguese traditional architecture. You can see the inside of this chapel is very much relatable with the chapel in the University of Coimbra that you have seen. You also have the paintings on the ceilings. You have this one doesn't have tiles, but it is possible to find tiles in these monuments as well. And so it is pretty much similar, not completely exactly as the Portuguese architecture, but it is very relatable. It's like a cousin. Right? So yes, we have the.
So now we'll take two stops, one here and then one. You can Google about him. He has done project many places. One of his first, Camilo Rebelo was, let's say, a student or you can say a trainee under Souto de Mora. So here we talk about fourth generation. Tavora, Siza, Souto de Mora and Camilo Rebelo. So this is one of the projects with of Camilo Rebelo where he designed a villa for Indian client in Greece, which is also has been documented in Netflix as a wonderful architecture. There is a series of wonderful architecture in Netflix where this villa was. And this is the villa which is designed in Portugal, where the shooting of iPhone 17 launch happened. If you see the video, you will see some of the places. Okay. The last stop we are having. This is by another architect. He's a very good friend. His name is Nuno Valentin. Okay. So Nuno Valentin. So he has designed. I mean, his 5 projects are there. So French Gallery of Biodiversity, French. This project I have been there. I mean, when I was there initially, that time this was down. Now they have moved up.
Yes, this was the house of a very important family in the north in Portugal, the Anderson family, and one of the most known and important people from this family is Sophia Melbreiner Anderson. She's one of the most important poets of the 20th century, and she wrote several short stories and mainly poetry, this writer. And some of her poetry, and especially some of the short stories, are set on this house, because this was the house of her childhood. So she speaks a lot of these gardens in her short stories. And one of those short stories, she speaks of the entrance to the house, and she says that the ceilings are so high that the skeleton of a whale would fit perfectly. She says that in her text. And so Nuno Valentin decided to put that to the text, put that to the test, to bring an actual skeleton of a whale to hang in there. And it actually fits. So as you can see, the writers always tell the truth, of course. So
you can see this is how it is being lifted from bottom to that skeleton. And Nuno Valentin is this.
And this is the University of Coimbra in Portugal. It's a very old. It's the oldest university in Africa. It's working still. And it was the stage of so many intellectual debates. It was the stage of the stage of the history of ideas in Portugal. It was here. This was one of the most important. For instance, my institute bears the name of Camões. Camões was a poet from the 16th century. His masterpiece was partly written here in India. So you can see that all our countries are connected. Our greatest writer wrote his masterpiece partly in India, in Goa. And this Camões, he is still a very mysterious historical figure, because we have, unfortunately, Lisboa is also standing on earthquake site. From time to time there's a big earthquake that takes everything down, and so that happened a lot in Lisbon. And because of especially the previous earthquake that it was in the 18th century, a lot of old documents were lost. So we don't know a lot. We don't have many documents about the Camões' life. We know that he was in India. We don't know much more, but some people say that he studied in the University of Coimbra. We had an uncle that was a professor there, a theology professor, and they say that he studied in the University of Coimbra. So you can see how old and how iconic these buildings are, how important they are for our importance. And here we have the library, the public library, Biblioteca Joanina. It's a Baroque kind of building, and it's also one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. Really beautiful, really detailed as all Baroque monuments are, right?
And these are living buildings. These are not like monument where people go. Here their classes happen, people go there and all. That's why I was telling you the importance of UNESCO World Heritage Site as a building. I mean, as a university where you are studying in the building which is a UNESCO World Heritage. So again, these are the images. So this is the library, and this is the personal sketch by Souto Demora. He himself drawn the sketches, and he gave it to me. What is the meaning of Para? Tomb. Okay, so Para Rajendra Kumar
With a special hug from
Souto.
It's very interesting, these sketches, because they are similar to some of the buildings he was working on at the moment.
Yeah, that building is there. Okay, come.
Like this one, right? Here, it's very, you can look at the sketches and see that they are somehow related. He was working with these kind of shapes at the time. Eduardo. From Eduardo also is the
Braga, Braga talked about historical importance. Alvaro Siza, he received Pritzker in 1992. You all know Pritzker Prize, by the way? Who is the Indian Pritzker Prize winner? Who is the this year Pritzker Prize winner? Nigeria. But can you tell me any other Pritzker Prize winner? No. I mean, India. Sorry? अरे इंडियन तो बीवी दोषी बताते हैं. Sorry? राजस्थान को मिला हुआ है. राजस्थान? God. He or she? Many people think that he. So Alvaro Siza has Souto Demora. Portugal is one of the only, like 3 or 4 countries where in one country 2 Pritzker Prize has given, 2 Pritzker Prize has gone. There are America, of course, America, then Italy, Japan, China, Spain, around 5 or 6 countries are there where 2 Pritzker Prize have. But Portugal is the only country in the world where the 2 Pritzker laureates, they are related. His wife is a maternal niece. I mean, his wife is a niece of him. So Pritzker has gone in one of the family. And Portugal is the only country in the world where the Pritzker has given to some architects who are from the same school.